I quit the most addictive habit on planet Earth at the age of 19. I quit porn using the system I'm going to teach you in this video, but it weren't always like this, right? I struggled for 6 years, doing it from 13 to 19, 1, 2, 3 times a day, just like everyone else, right? Thinking it's good for me, but it wasn't because it was ruining my life. And when I tried to quit, all them times, I must have tried to quit 100 times, right? I'd get to day 3 and relapse, right? Every single time. I'd try and just cut it out cold turkey. Get 2, 3, 4 days in maybe. Then I'd relapse. Then because I relapsed, I'd hate myself, so I'd relapse again. I've relapsed twice now. I feel disgusted with myself, so I relapse again because that's what happens when you feel disgusted. And it just turned into a vicious cycle, right? I'd go a few days without it, then I'd do it a few times in a day, and then the addiction just gets worse and worse and worse, okay? This must have happened 50 or 100 times, okay? And here's how I broke out of that and used and created the most successful and effective porn quitting strategy on the internet, okay? Step 1 is called less fap. Now, less fap is just how it sounds. This week, I want you to fap less than you did last week, okay? So if you watched porn, let's say 7 times last week, the common advice would be go to 0 because then you'll quit faster. But if you do that, it's not sustainable, you're not going to last, and you'll give up in 2 days. If you watched porn 7 times last month, my advice, which has worked for me, is watch it 6 times this week, right? If it was 7 last week, watch it 6 times. Then next week 5, then 4, then 3, then 2. Then within a couple months, your addiction is gone. Like, easy as that. If you quit cold turkey though, from the start, within 2 months, you'd still have an addiction. It would still be worse because you'd be going back and forward, going a couple of days, then jerking off loads because you're not sorting your addiction out. When you do it my way, when you go on less fap, where you keep porn but just reduce it each week, you're just controlling the addiction till one day the addiction is gone. Now, if you are into the gym, when a skinny guy turns up, okay, he doesn't just start on the heaviest weight, right? Obviously, that'll be stupid. He'd get injured and he's just small, okay? He'd start on the lightest weight. Then in a week, he'd increase it. A week, he'd increase it just gradually so that each week he's getting stronger. He's lifting stronger weights, right? So his graph of weights per week would look like this, right? Each week it's going up the weight gradually. It's not, if he went in and started lifting the heaviest weight, he wouldn't be able to do it. But it would look like this. He'd start feeling, go right up. That's stupid. Go from here to here. This is called progressive overload. With porn, we want to do the opposite. Progressively deloading. So our graph of how much we watch porn should look like this. Here, we're addicted the most, and each week it's going gradually down. The most common advice online to tell you to go to 0, to never watch porn again, to cut it out cold turkey, their graph looks like this. Right? It goes right down. Then we know maybe a day later, boom, right back up. Do it my way. Progressively deload how much you watch it. So just watch it slightly less each week, and it looks like that. Simple as that. Okay? So this works so well because you can still watch porn. Because when you're addicted, the last thing you want to do is get rid of porn completely. Okay? Your brain's not going to like it. You're going to be depressed, and it's not going to work. So you still get to watch porn, just slightly less, so your brain doesn't even notice. Number 2, you are making progress towards a goal. This sounds obvious, like, yeah, no way. But this is important because it's going to keep you motivated. The biggest thing men want in life is, well, one of the biggest things, right, is a goal for them to work towards every single day. Your goal now is quitting porn. You've got the vehicle to do it, less fap, my advice. So each day you're going to be making progress towards that goal. And this is the best feeling ever, right? The feeling of being able to make progress to a goal that means a lot to you is it makes you feel fulfilled, gives you purpose in life, because without purpose, men are depressed. I'm going to go into this more later, but without purpose, life is pointless, essentially. Now you've got purpose, now you've got something to motivate you to keep going, to achieve your goal and make progress towards it every day. The third reason less fap works so well is because you're going to be experiencing benefits. By week 1, you're going to be a bit more confident, a bit less anxious, a bit more, you'll have a bit more testosterone. You're not going to be the most confident, highest testosterone guy ever by week 1, by week 2, but you are going to be a lot more experiencing of the benefits. So you're just not going to give up, right? If you felt no benefit, if you were going to the gym for 5 years, Training the hardest you've ever trained and you still look the same. You look like eating perfectly, training perfectly, and you look the same. This wouldn't happen, but for example, if it did, you give up. You're like, well, what's the point? I've got no benefits. I'm putting in the work and I'm seeing no results. If you put in the work for a week, for 2 weeks, you're going to see the benefits of your hard work, okay? You can be 5% more confident after a week because you've increased porn by 5%. These are just easy numbers. The less you watch porn, the more benefits you get. Simple as that. Quickly, if you like my advice, if you trust me enough to help you quit porn just like I did at 19, the link below is my porn quitting course. You've got to pay, obviously, it's very cheap, but it's just full of all my tips and I think you'll really like it. Now, step 2, to incorporate with less FAP is have goals, okay? Have a life. Most people don't have goals. Most people are depressed, okay? When I didn't have goals, I was obviously the most depressed in my life. But I'd heard this advice loads of times, and I was like, yeah, yeah, I'll do it one day. It sounds a bit gay. I'm not setting goals. The second I took that advice, because I was depressed and whatever, I wrote the goals down. That second, I didn't make progress. I'd written them down that second. Instantly, my happiness doubled. Instantly, at least doubled, okay? Why? Because when I was depressed, depression is literally just thinking about the future and having nothing to look forward to, okay? If you've got shit to look forward to, if you've got friends you can meet up with, you've got a girl, you've got an amazing career, you've got all these good things, there's no reason to be depressed, okay? Because you've got things to look forward to. When you've got nothing to look forward to, like most people, you're going to have a shit job when you're older, you're going to have a midwife, I don't mean a mid, I mean a mid-attractiveness wife, okay? You're going to have a shit existence, because that's the average existence. So more likely than not, most dudes are going to have that. When that's your future, if you actually think about it, you're going to get pretty sad and depressed. And when we're sad and depressed, we watch porn, we play video games, we eat junk food. But we can change that. What if we had something in the future to look forward to? Goals. Now when we envision the future, we are happy and enthusiastic and motivated. When we're feeling these emotions, what do we not do? Watch porn like losers. Simple as that. When you're happy, you don't jerk off. When you're sad, you jerk off. So when you think of the future now that you've set goals, you're going to be happy. Okay? And it's going to make less FAP so easy. So literally just write down 1 to 3 goals that you have. 10k a month from an online business, becoming a doctor, becoming so, socially calibrated and good that you find a perfect woman, great friends, you build a 10 out of 10 physique so that girls like you, so that guys are respecting you, so that you love yourself. Whatever the goal is, set it and work towards it every day. Make progress, like I said before, and now you've got something to look forward to, right? My goal is to have a 10 out of 10 physique, one of the best natural physiques on the planet, okay? Now, I don't have it yet, obviously, right? I'll have, but I know for a fact I'll never give up the gym because I enjoy it. It's fun and it's purposeful, right? So, by probability of just life, I will achieve that goal eventually. In 5 years, in 10 years, I'll never give up the gym. Time's going to pass anyway. So one day I'll wake up with most people's dream physique. I'll look like a Greek sculpture because I'm not going to give up. That's my future. Imagine before I set the goal. Yeah, I can't wait to go to my 9 to 5 where I make barely any money, where I'm semi-depressed, where my wife doesn't like me, my kids don't even respect me. It's a good life. Like, what is that shit? No wonder you jerk off when that's your future. Set goals, write them down and work towards them every single day. Now you've got something to look forward to. The final step of quitting porn is my analogy, saving the nut. Okay, saving the nut. Most people will tell you to quit porn cold turkey. If you've got an addiction, you're never watching it again. That's it. Either they'll tell you that or you'll tell yourself that. If you just watch porn and you hate yourself, you're like, yeah, you're a loser. You're never watching porn again. You're a scumbag. You can't get girls. That's why you need porn. You're telling yourself all these things. And it might sound productive, but in an hour you watch porn again because you feel so negative about yourself. Because you told yourself you're never watching porn again. My way of doing it, which worked for me, by the way, most people don't quit porn, I did. My way is saying, I'm not watching porn tonight, okay? But literally tomorrow night, I can watch it, okay? Simple as that. You're not watching it tonight, you can go a day, but tomorrow you can watch it and feel how good, imagine how good it's going to feel tomorrow, okay? So just go to sleep now, do something else, and watch it tomorrow. And if tomorrow comes around and you want to watch it, right? go ahead, watch it, you've earned it. This is just a mindset switch. Instead of saying you're never watching porn again, which never works, just say, I'll watch it tomorrow. You can watch it, just watch it tomorrow. This way you're not restricting yourself and just completely getting rid of it, which does not work. I hope you can understand my mindset here. You're just looking at it from a much more positive view. Like, you can still watch it, relax, just go to bed, and you can have it tomorrow. Then think about how good it's going to feel tomorrow. That's so much better than thinking like, yeah, never watching it again, ever again. Your brain's going to be like, oh, what the fuck? No, I don't want that. And you might be motivated for a day, like, yeah, I'm never watching it again. David Goggins, you know, I'm disciplined. Then the next day rolls around and you're like, yeah, fuck this, I'm watching it. And you watch it 3 times. What saving the nut does, what this positive mindset does, is prevent you from binge watching porn. Because you're allowing yourself to watch it. Instead of saying no more porn, which leads you to watching porn and hating yourself, you're saying, you're not watching porn now, you can watch it tomorrow. So when you watch it tomorrow, you don't feel guilty because you've earned it. That's the point. Earn the nut by saving the nut, and incorporate this in less fab by watching porn slightly less each week. So let's say you can only watch porn once this week because you watched it twice last week. And, you know, it's Friday, but you want to wait till tomorrow. Instead of saying, yeah, never watching it again, just say, okay, I can watch it, just wait another day. That's fine, just wait another day. I'm tired now, I'm going to sleep, I'm watching it tomorrow. If tomorrow comes and you don't want to watch it because you're tired, you wait till Sunday, you watch it then, and now you know you've really earned it. This is such a better perspective and view of watching porn than just saying you're never watching it again, you loser. Simple as that. If you like this advice, if it's helped you in any way, which it will if you follow it, and if you want to take this to the next level, quit porn faster than any human being on the planet, because I did it fast, but if you take my tips down below, you'll do it a lot faster. Like, you'll literally 10x my progress, because all the mistakes that I've made are down there. All the best tips I can possibly give you are down there. It's very cheap because I want anyone who wants to quit porn to quit. Simple as that. The link below is down there if you're interested. By the way, there's a free bonus section you get once you buy the course, which is about attracting girls, how to talk to them, which is something you'll look forward to once you quit porn, okay? I'm excited for you on this journey. I know for a fact you'll quit if you take my advice. Like, I quit, so you can too. There's nothing special about me. If you want to subscribe, you can, so you can see all my videos every day for free. I hope it helped. Goodbye.